Turning now to a look at weather Authority Chief Meteorologist Dan Cianca. A little warmer today out there.
Well, I mean, maybe in some areas. Certainly much cooler on the south and east sides of the bay with temperatures in the 50s today. It's been a chilly, colder onshore breeze, but generally so far the winter pretty warm and dry for sure. Did want to give you a quick allergy report update. Do have some high tree pollen out there, so if you've been suffering from allergies and maybe all the trees blooming right now, grass and weed pollen still on the none side and mold spores on the low side. Other than that, the wind's been blowing today. It's been gusty at times. The Salinas Valley Express really blowing. The wind's coming into our inland valleys, pushing that cool, moist ocean air pretty far inland. It's been one of those days where you feel that nip of the water as it approaches our inland valleys, and it's all being drawn in as an area of low pressure off to our northeast, just kind of sits over the Great Basin. It is making some rain and snow over the Sierra Nevada, more in the showery sense and less of a widespread deep snowfall, which we could certainly use in the Sierra Nevada, but unfortunately that moisture is just not going to reach it. There were some indications that we might get a little bit of a carryover from this, that it could pop up a couple showers over our inland hills tomorrow. I'm just not seeing that happen. So I think we're going to stay just partly cloudy tomorrow with this thing nearby and unfortunately not get any of the benefits from it. On the other side of things, onshore flow is going to keep going, so that will at least keep cool, moist air pushing into our drier areas. So that is better than it being hot and dry, I suppose, but no rain in the forecast in the near term. So we look at FUTURECAST overnight tonight into tomorrow morning, expecting an increase in those low clouds. They should fill our inland valleys once again. The marine layer is very deep. We're talking 3,000 to 4,000 feet in depth right now. So that cool, moist air is all the way into our far inland locations. So we're all getting a taste of it. Tomorrow afternoon, one little difference in today's weather from today's weather is we'll have a little bit more of a southwesterly curl of the winds tomorrow afternoon, as opposed to the more northwesterly wind we got today. So places like Santa Cruz will be a little bit cooler, especially the east shore of the bay. I suspect we may be more likely to see the clouds, whereas Monterey actually may clear out for a little while tomorrow afternoon with a more southwesterly flow. So just a little bit of a difference in winds could change the locations of the clouds and those temperatures tomorrow, but still cool for this time of year. 60 in Santa Cruz. You should be in the upper 60s, almost 70 degrees this time of year. 59 in Capitola, mostly low to mid 60s in the Santa Cruz Mountains, and we're going to stay in the 50s out in Davenport. Over toward Watsonville and Aptos, upper 50s to low 60s, mid 60s to Salinas and Hollister. Not a huge difference between our coastal and inland cities tomorrow, although 69 in Gilroy, about 10 degrees warmer than Castroville, for example. Over to Monterey, you'll see a high back into the low 60s tomorrow as you get more of a southwesterly breeze at times. And again, I think you'll clear out a bit tomorrow afternoon, but Pebble Beach, onshore wind throughout the day, 56, very chilly for your high. Farther south, Salinas Valley, 60s to low 70s, a few low 70s in the south. But again, these temperatures some 5 to 10 degrees cool for this time of year. Over the next 7 days, temperatures on the coast staying somewhat cool, clouds being somewhat consistent. We will get some warming this weekend, and depending on how far away from you are from the direct coast, you may actually warm up a little bit more than you may see here, as there will be a pretty good gradient. And you'll see that especially as we look at our inland forecast here. Temperatures in the 60s tomorrow are in the 80s on Saturday and Sunday. So it's really going to feel like summertime with very warm conditions, dry conditions inland, but on the coast we'll have cool, somewhat cloudy conditions. The valleys will get winds in the afternoon. Really, this is more of a June-like pattern for us here on the Central Coast.